game is about. So 2020, I took the whole year to learn about it.
So you actually started 2020?
Yes.
So when you started, how much did you lose? Like what is your biggest loss and your biggest win? I want to know about this stuff.
So my biggest loss that actually almost sent me into
to the grave.
You can't say that. Was about $40,000.
$40,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when I lost that money, I felt like, really, if this business can take this money from me, that means that if I sit my ass down and learn properly, I can also make this money and even more. In 2021, I was doing my own thing. I learned a couple of strategies, but then I was still not being profitable. So I had to go back to the drawing board, pick up the pieces bit by bit, join them my own self. I sat by the chart, and this is where it gets real. I sat by the chart for 1 year to be able to discover my own God-given vision and talent, which is the 10 pips SL strategy. And trust me, that was my breakthrough.
I'm really interested in knowing. I've been seeing that name all over the social media, but I don't know the meaning of that 10 pip SL legend. And
yeah, well, it's
Hello guys, this is Debunking Forex here. Welcome to our podcast. Today I have with me, please can you introduce yourself?
What's up guys, my name is Candlesticks and I'm here on Debunking Forex podcast, and it's going to be an amazing show.
Exactly. So today Candlesticks is going to tell us about his trading journey. Yeah, so Candlesticks, welcome once again.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, so I want to, let's entertain the guys. Let it be more informative, right? Yeah. So first I want to know is how did you meet Debunking Forex? Yeah, I want to know that.
Yeah.
How did you get in touch?
So this guy here is a legendary guy. You know, guys. We hopped on a project together. We were both ambassadors, and then. Funny way we met at a meeting unplanned, and then the vibe, the connection, there was just a bond.
Exactly.
And then I realized he's one of the real G's in the game, and so we became good friends since then.
Right.
So my trading journey is actually a very scary, sad part, because when COVID was in, that people were dying and we were all thinking about what's next. I used that COVID lockdown to start learning about the forex market.
Really?
I read from baby pips to whatsoever. I took exams, and I actually took this as a course, because way back in school, you know those book longs, I was one of them, So when we want to do something, we want to really make sure we can really understand what the whole game is about. So 2020, I took the whole year to learn about it.
So you actually started 2020?
Yes.
Wow.
And then I started actually practicing. Some people jump into this business because they've heard there's a whole lot of money in it.
Exactly.
People are flashing stuff anywhere. But I used the whole of 2020 to learn. And I started practicing in 2021.
But how did you hear about forex trading?
So there was this, that leads to my sad story. So there was this guy who was my mate way back in KNOST.
Okay.
And then he said he had found his forex trading business. It's very good, it's profitable, and he's making a lot of money from it. Well, he showed me some few bucks in his account. That made me believe that it's a great business. Fast forward, I gave this guy my $10,000 to start for me, because I am that type of person that if I don't have any idea about business, I don't do it by myself.
Okay.
You are the professional, so I just want you to start it, and then I will learn and catch up.
Wow.
Fun fact, this guy didn't know really much about the business. He was taking signals from one of the top guys in the industry at that time.
And he was using your your money.
My money as a test phase on the signals, bro.
That's crazy.
First week we lost about $2,000. Second week 5,000. In about a month, my 10,000 all gone.
Wow.
That was when I said, whoa.
You need to learn
This
yourself.
this is a really scary business because if I can lose all of this, but there is one thing about life. When you think about the negative, you think about the positive as well. When I lost that money, I felt like, really, if this business can take this money from me, that means that if I sit my ass down and learn properly, I can also make this money and even more.
Right. So when you started, how much did you lose? Like, what is your biggest loss and your biggest win? I want to know about this stuff.
So my biggest loss that actually almost sent me into
to the grave.
You can't say that was about $40,000.
$40,000.
Yeah,
wow.
and it's been a nightmare. But funny enough, by the grace of God, we've been able to recover, made over quote unquote.
So candlesticks, at what stage did you feel that you are now successful or profitable trader?
Well, that's a very great question. When I started in 2021, I was doing my own thing. I learned a couple of strategies, but then I was still not being profitable. So I had to go back to the drawing board, pick up the pieces bit by bit, join them my own self. I sat by the chart, and this is where it gets real. I sat by the chart for 1 year to be able to discover my own God-given vision and talent, which is the 10 pips SL strategy. And trust me, that was my breakthrough.
I'm really interested in knowing. I've been seeing that name all over the social media, but I don't know the meaning of that 10 pip SL legend. And
yeah, well, it's a refined entry and stop loss way to trade that we go lower into the time frames to be able to get it really sniper with little or no drawdown at all, and that's how come we named it 10 pips. So first, we were using just 10 pips SL, especially on currency pairs and even sometimes gold. Now we have also evolved into BTC, US30, and
great. So meaning you have a mentorship program that you run?
Yeah, actually, funny thing is I came to this business because I had lost my money, So I just wanted to come and make my money back and live my life.
Okay, so the main focus is on trading,
yes,
and making money.
But you cannot really do that alone, because obviously people would like to learn from you. People would like to go under your teachings. And so, yeah.
Meaning your success is telling the noise, or is making the noise.
Exactly. And people would like to also know how they can also become like you, So obviously you would have to start something as such. So yeah, I run a mentorship.
Okay.
And some signals as well.
Okay. So what are some of the mistakes that you encountered along the way?
There's a lot, but I'm going to talk about a few of them. Okay. First, please, if you start trading, don't give your money to anybody to trade for you. Some call it what kind of
account management.
Some call it, they have a name that they mention it like the portfolio.
Portfolio management.
Some pool funds. Yes, that's the right word. Pool funds. They say bring all your money. They'll put it into an account and trade and give you the returns every month and all of that.
Really?
Yeah. That was the first time I heard that, and I was like, whoa, don't do that, because definitely that money is not coming back. You're gonna lose it. When you want to trade by yourself, you go through the journey of learning, getting to know how the business works. Then you create your own trading account. Okay. Put the funds into it with your name, with the knowledge that you have, and then you start. If you cannot do it, that's when you want to opt, or you want to work with a pro and say, okay, pro, I have created an account. I just want you to be helping me with some tips and ideas, trade ideas, so we can do this together. That's the best way to go.
Okay. So you made mention of you losing some huge capital before you got the interest to, So I want to know, how did you get capital to start trading yourself? Like, yes.
Yes.
Because as a beginner, capital getting to trade is a problem itself. So
Yes.
how did you?
Yeah, so like you said, when you start, it's going to be hard for you to raise your own money and start. So what I do, or what I did was, I post my work a lot. So I was trying to advertise my skill set, and that's the way to go, because how would somebody want to invest in you and do business with you? They must see what you do, you know. So it doesn't matter if you have a $10 account, if you have a $50, if you have a whatsoever amount, just start with it, post your skill set out there. You might get an investor who might say, okay, I have this $5,000 or $10,000. I want you to trade for me. And that's how you grow. You start making some gains from it. And now there are a lot of proprietary firms that can also join in to make some bucks from there.
Right.
And then as time goes on, you grow. You know, you make some profit, you gather them, and now you can get your own personal funds to trade.
Okay. That's very, very good. So I want you to, you know, teach us the steps where we the beginners you can also follow in order for us to also reach the peak that you are. Okay. We want to also be profitable like the way you are. So
right. So this business, just like any other business, one, if you want to really be good at this, one, submit yourself to learning. Find a mentor. Kwesi Forex is here, myself, a couple of good guys out there. One, the money is supposed to attract you into the business, and that's just it. We will show you the lifestyle, we'll show you whatever to bring you in the business. But when you come, sit down, learn, get to know the whole professionalism about this. Then you start practicing. Under mentorship, you will do well. The reason why you even go faster than us is that you are not going to make the mistakes that we did.
Right. And personally, when I started, I didn't really get anyone that will sit me down and, you know, mentor me. As in, when I have doubts, I'll reach out to, you know, you get it. But now we have people that are doing those kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that's going to cut your journey short. And then obviously, it took us, personally, it took me about 2 years to be able to, 2 to 3 years. I'm sure Kwesi too had his own years. But it could take you like 6 months.
Exactly.
Or even 3 months.
Yeah, I have one particular student. He's really doing it. He's less than a year.
Yes.
And he has already been able to flip, I think, $200 to $3,000. And he sent me, last week, he sent me $100.
And that's a great way to start. And so somebody like that, if he is consistent with it, that's it. He's done. He's not going to take that long that we did.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just.
Yeah. Sure. So I want to also know, because we have traders that they're into this kind of lifestyle stuff on, you know, social media. I don't see you doing those kind of stuff. You don't post flashy stuff like why? I want to know why. What are your reasons?
Yeah. So social media lifestyle, beef and banters. I am that guy who doesn't really like a lot of noise. Right.
Okay.
I feel like the saying in tree, or even the joke that we all make, empty barrels
makes
the most noise. You know. So and I know of mentors and millionaires and billionaires that I've had mentorship from, and none of them really make too much noise, because when you have value, you don't even have to talk. People will see it. You know, I don't really engage in those things because personally, my upbringing, we were told to not be involved in things that would tarnish the name of the family. You know, like having a diss on internet and all of that. It goes way to affect even your family and friends. And so those are kind of things that I don't want to engage in. But the lifestyle, well, if we do something that is so well achieved and we want to let the world know, we will let the world know. But for the ones that we feel like, it's just okay.
You mean we should be expecting something bang up?
Yeah. Well, forex traders are forex traders. When we get something, the world will know. Especially when we get it from forex trading, you know. And so yes, this year,
you should be expecting something. Lamborghini or
Lamborghini. Well, Lamborghini is not bad. I mean, it fits me, you know.
Yeah.
So let's just see. Let's just see.
All right. So before we end this podcast, okay, I want you to, leave us with some motivational stuffs, like words of advice to new traders that feels like and far like it's not going on. You understand? They want to give up. First is calm, then those kind of stuff. Like, what do you have to tell them?
Yeah, well, this part may get a bit emotional because I come from a family of 14 children.
Hey.
Yes, my dad is a king. He married 3 women. 14 children. We lived in one house under one roof.
Hey.
I'm in the middle. I'm the 7th born, so I'm in the middle. And you know the sad and funny thing, when we cook at home, they start to share from the top
elder
and then the bottom. So when they start from the top and then they share and it's coming towards the middle, the food is finished or it's left a few. And so what is left is what you eat.
Okay.
So coming from this background, all I had in my mind was to be successful.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Oh.
And way back in school, for those who don't know, I'm a scholar. We just put the book somewhere where we the hustle. But I went to from primary. I'd been first in class, multiple awards, school prefect. I was the annual prefect in my SHS. I was a president of a lot of associations. Now the goal is that anything that you want to do, set up your mind towards it, and don't you ever resist or give up or feel down. Yeah, you can cry a bit. I've cried multiple times. Like, I even have a video of myself crying. That night, I just had to let it all out. It's very okay to do that. But
I would like to see that video.
No.
I want to share a little bit.
No, maybe another time.
Okay.
Right. But after the cry, after the sad and down times, put yourself together.
Okay.
Get into beast mode and tell yourself. Last year, I did this at one of my conference. I told them the same words. I can, I will, and I must. Anytime you are in this condition, anytime you are in this mode,
Okay.
just sit down.
Positive words.
Tell yourself, this is it. It's either you or nobody else.
You need to have the spirit of resilience in you.
Exactly. Because this world, like we all know, is not fair to poor people or broke people.
At all.
It has been like that. And your voice will not be heard. Nobody will care about you until you start making some waves. Nobody cared about us until you know.
So I think you need to kill them with success, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Show them, you know.
Yeah,
and before you can be able to do that, you have to put yourself on some serious journey of I don't mind whatever it is. I'm doing this.
So go ghost mode and explain later.
Exactly. because if you want to explain now and talk now, who's going to listen? All
right. Thank you very much. So I want you to just tell the people that things Forex is a scam. Tell them something for me.
Forex is a scam. A scam is what? Define a scam. A scam is...
So people think maybe it's just one of these Ponzi stuff. You know, like...
Ponzi? This business is made up of Federal Reserves. It's made up of every country's economy, how their performance are affecting it. From the US of A to Europe to Africa, every country's currency is involved in this business. There's no
so
way.
It's more like international trade.
Yes, there is no way this business is running away with your money. And
institutions are trading.
Institutions, JP Morgan, Chase Bank, HSBC,
countries literally are involved in
yes,
trading, so.
and big men like us are also involved in it.
Yeah, man.
So nobody is retail traders. So nobody is actually running away with nobody's money.
All right.
Even one country cannot run away with another country's money because
sure.
Then it's going to be a serious thing in the whole world.
All right,
so that's basically it. Join Forex, but first learn well.
Yeah.
Because
so guys, you have heard from the big man himself, Ken Sticks. You can link up with him on IG, I think. Yeah. So we thank you guys for having us, and we thank Candlesticks also for being our
pleasure.
guest today.
Right.
Yes. So I think we'll be inviting him more to tell us more about trading psychology, and then going a little how you will be able to get your own edge strategy wise and other stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So for today, this will be the end of our podcast, and we thank you guys very, very much. So
Peace
please
out.
like, share, and spread the news. Okay. Thank you guys. See you guys next time.
Poof.